Kristina here, Broken Skulls Productions and Patchchord News. We are here with Wiccid. So I'm going to have you guys introduce yourselves for me.
You first.
I'll go first. I'm Crash from Wiccid.
I'm Erie from Wiccid.
Okay, so what do you guys do, per se, and how did you discover that's what you wanted to do?
Oh, that's a long story.
That is a long story.
Okay. Straight up, Wiccid is our latest project. We have been in bands together since 1992. We've been friends since we were 7 years old. 41 years.
That's 41.
Yeah. So we've been in all kinds of different bands. We were in a band called Luxt that got pretty popular for a while. It was on 21st Circuitry in Metropolis. Then we were in a band called Blown Load. We went on tour with Rolting Cox, with Lords of Acid, with Thrill Kill Cult, things like that. Wiccid was a project where I had gotten some new software and decided I wanted to learn how to use it, so decided to write 10 songs in 10 days and finish the whole album in 2 weeks, and that's Wiccid.
So
we finished it.
So then he comes to me, and we were doing a more aggressive industrial project called Esther Black, and here was this neat little project with great music that only required 2 people, and we could both go on tour. So a month later, we're playing shows.
Yeah, and we started getting label attention, and we got the tour, and everything. It was like, I think we'll go with this for a while.
So serendipity, is that, it just happened?
Dippity.
It just happened.
Definitely dippity.
That's how it can happen.
Okay.
Does that answer? I'm sorry. Does that answer?
That does. That goes in like a neat side project kind of way.
Yep.
So to offshoot that and more direct the question, when did you decide you wanted to be musicians?
When I was 13 years old, I told my mother that I would live in poverty for the rest of my life if I could just make music the rest of my life. And I've been living the dream.
Myself, frankly, I don't remember.
When
I don't have any recollection of when I said, fuck, I need to play music. I just started playing music, and it just happened.
When I sent you a letter and said, you're going to be in my band.
Oh, yes.
You'd be surprised how frequently that becomes an answer when it's like peer pressure.
Yeah.
You're going to be in my band.
Yeah.
When we were little kids, we used to play, badminton rackets together.
Well, we were in theater together,
Yeah.
and we were in choir together, school, that sort of stuff. So we've been doing this since second grade.
Yeah.
It just kind of grew into something a little more extracurricular than school.
What is your favorite moment on stage?
As in, like, what happens in general or a specific moment on stage?
Either.
Playing to 6,000 people in Sacramento when we opened for System of a Down and Godsmack, that was a really good moment. Yeah. That was my favorite moment. We took photos and there's just this ocean of heads. It was just amazing. That was my favorite.
What I like is when we start and I look around and everything is working. That's a moment for me. And then at the end of the first song, when people respond and they cheer, then I know that the rest of my stage, the rest of the show, don't even fucking care. We're on, and it's good.
This project is so much different than our other projects. Our other projects are heavy as hell, like almost like System of a Down with Static X and vaudeville and show tunes and evil reggae. Yeah, it's really weird.
Where can I find this?
Blownload.com.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go check that out.
See, I'm actually a bass player. I don't play keys. I play keys because he said in 1 month we've got a show.
Go play keys.
So I learned to play keys, and then shortly after I learned to sing and play keys. But I'm actually more of what you would call an aggressive bass player, and that's normally how our show goes: is chaos, crazy, fun, rock and roll, punk, metal.
Do you
whatever.
hop up on the monitors?
Yes.
Yep. I must. This scar right here, that's from a monitor.
With Blownload, we actually had to have a band discussion that we had to stop hurting each other on stage so much because we wouldn't make it through the tour.
How very Slipknot of you.
Yeah, well then that's pretty much what it was like too. It was like, no more hitting each other in the balls, especially when I'm about to sing. Let's not do that.
Dropped our guitarist. It was a bad day. Good show though.
Right?
Yeah,
I imagine.
Always a good show.
Down for 2 songs at least. Okay. Hang on. Why did you choose synth, electronic?
Honestly, I started in electronic music. Like in 1983, I was a little computer geek, and I learned how to program synths on programs and things like that. Eventually, I sold all my computers and bought synthesizers. First band we were in together was called In Media, and it was, from like 90 till 93, 94? Yeah, 94. Almost 95.
96.
Okay.
96 is we started Lux.
It was all synthesizers at the beginning, kind of like what we're doing now. So it's kind of been a circling back around for this.
It did grow into bass and
Guitar,
and we had an electronic drum kit tracker, and then but then it progressed into what we did with Lux, which was a little more industrial and high energy.
Yeah. But we're total technology geeks. We're everything. We've learned how to do everything a band needs to do because I don't like paying people to do it. So we kind of do everything ourselves, all our own videos, all our own recordings, all of our own graphic design.
We need to craft something for the stage or the video. We do that too. Why not?
You learn. That's an interesting ability because a lot of people don't do that.
No. And a lot of people get me to do that stuff for them. I've actually done a lot of work I've done remix work for Ministry and Frontline Assembly and Revolting Cox and what else have I done? Lords of Acid, Tweaker, Chris Frenna's band, Velvet Acid Christ. I've done mastering work for Tweaker and for all the last 5 Lords of Acid reissues. I mastered all those. I did videos for Pig, for Lords of Acid. I've written songs for Prohm and Primitive Race, and so I get around. We're finally doing stuff for ourselves.
And of course, when you come from a history of like 15 bands that we've done, there's video for every single one. There's everything. So we just do it. That's what we do.
Okay. As far as other projects go, do you have a favorite musician or individual that you've done work with or for?
I love working with Prohm. I love working with Tommy. A lot of his newer stuff is getting more and more thrashy, but Tommy really likes pretty songs. So 2 albums ago, I wrote 4 songs for the album, and they were kind of pretty. And you could tell in the reviews that certain people loved those songs, and certain people were like, "Oh, it's not thrashy enough," or whatever. So I think the last album they were going for heavier because they only used one of my songs, which is totally cool. I completely get it. But I think Tommy would love to put out an album of like real melodic music. He's really been working on his voice, and he's just so easy to work with and such a cool guy. Crash doesn't get involved.
I don't bother. I just want to tour with this guy and do that. Yeah.
I love working with right there.
So you have a Mike Myers complex.
I just do a lot of other pieces of the puzzle, if you will. He's the musical genius god guy, and I just fucking learn whatever I'm supposed to learn how to play. I do lighting. I do the lighting, and then we put the video together, and we all that. And I'm always trying to. Every show we do, or every tour that we do, I want to change the lighting, change the show, make it. I don't want it to be the same experience that you get. So that's my input. That's what I do.
Are there new projects you're working on for future?
Well, like he said, we were working on another heavier project called Esther Black before, which is a lot like Blown Load, but Blown Load's really dirty, really filthy lyrics. It had a bit of a glass ceiling. Certain people wouldn't book us. Labels didn't want to have anything to do with us. So we decided to use a similar sound, but a little more industrial, and did Esther Black. And we were working on that for a while, but we put it on hold because we got so much attention for Wiccid. So when we get back, we're going to start trying to focus a little bit more on that too, as a side thing.
We're going to rework it a little bit and make it a little bit more tourable, if you will.
It was like 5-6 people on stage, and just getting 2 people to go on tour is hard enough.
2 drum kits and a full, rock band rig type of thing. So we're just gonna rework. We're gonna rework and see what happens.
Okay.
So we might be coming back out with that.
All right. Is there anyone in particular you'd like to tour with that you have and love, or haven't and would like to?
I would love to tour with One Eyed Doll.
Oh my God!
Because we know them, and I respect them so much. The way that they run their business and constantly tour and concentrate on merchandising and everything like that. I would love to be able to go out with them.
And what a fantastic show anyway.
Oh, yeah.
On top of it, it's like
that goes without saying.
amazing.
That's why, yeah.
Amazing.
But it's just so nice to work with professional people like that. As for like wanting to tour with, like, ooh, I love that band, I can't say, because some of the people I've toured with that I liked, after the tour I didn't like anymore. So I'm not sure I want.
If you have free time, what do you prefer to do?
Spend time with my kids.
I ain't got no kids.
I
So,
ain't got no free time.
oh yeah, I don't, huh?
I have tons of free time. I work a couple hours a day. So honestly, what I like doing is more music. I do remixes for people all the time, like bands that aren't gigantic bands. I'm just like, hey, send me stems. I want to do a remix. I won't charge you. Just send it to me. If you don't like it, you don't have to use it.
Well, and outside of day jobs, I mean, I got a normal day job, so we have practice, or we work on our stuff 3 days a week. So, I have a wife. I got to hang out with her for, I got to get some time there, right? Got to get some time there. So otherwise, I play video games or something, and that's about it. Because, I mean, I start running out of minutes. Because it all just stacks up,
I have 5 jobs. I understand.
See?
I'd say I love spending time with my wife, but she's always working.
Fortunately, my other half gets to do this
There
with
you
me. So zombie. I saw zombie mentioned in your repertoire.
Rob Zombie?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Riggs from Rob Zombie. Yeah, I actually did a bunch of programming for him. I've done remixes for Scum of the Earth. And I did a whole bunch of, believe it or not, dubstep programming for a side project that he has called Zombie Boy, with a guy who's tattooed, looks like a zombie, which is finally coming out, and they're going to start doing live shows. God, that was like 3 years ago, and they're finally putting it out. But no, I love Riggs. Is awesome. He's so cool. Such a nice guy.
Kristina here with Broken Skulls Productions and Patchchord News. We're going to say bye with the guys from Wiccid.